in a small startup, you often, the pattern I've seen in my experience is you end up having kind of horizontal expertise. You have someone who's really good at the front end. You have someone who's really good at, I don't know, infrastructure, maybe at the bottom of the stack, or security or DevOps or things like that. Yeah, and you have a couple people who are really good at, all the business logic and kind of the storage and the data storage and the stuff around kind of in the middle. And that gets you to a certain level of scale. But the problem is, and that's kind of, I think, how things often happen in the very, very early stage of a startup. People tend to just work on the thing that they can be the best at and just kind of move things forward as fast as they can, which I think is totally rational. But you end up at a point where you have a lot of kind of low bus factors at each point of your stack. And if someone goes on vacation, like the front end person or I don't know, the infrastructure person, like it's kind of puts you in a tough situation, especially as you're trying to, get your first few customers. And then if you want to figure out some kind of on-call rotation or something like that, and no one person can really understand the full stack because they've all been working kind of in their areas, you start, running into those challenges. So usually the first thing I try to start doing is make sure that not just one person knows everything about each point in the stack, and make sure that we share the knowledge as much as we can, which sometimes takes a little bit away from, excuse me, an early stage startup's mantra of just moving as fast as possible, because now you have to be thinking about internal documentation and how am I, like, where am I storing this in the wiki? Am I putting this in the README, in the repo? Am I putting in code comments? Where am I going to explain kind of the data flow diagrams? And like, but that's work that has to get done as the group grows so that we start thinking about maintaining as opposed to just building.